All right, let's dive into a story that's been in the making for, get this, 1,200 years. We're talking about the incredible journey from ancient algorithms all the way to the artificial intelligence we see today. Let's get into it.
I mean, you just can't get away from it, right? AI isn't some sci-fi concept anymore. It's literally woven into our day-to-day. It's in the recommendation systems telling you what to watch or buy. And it's behind those large language models that spit out text and images that feel almost spookily human.
And this idea from our source material just nails it. This technology, it's not just another tool. It's a force that is making us fundamentally question what it even means to think, to create, to be human. So this is where our story really begins. If you want to understand where AI is going, you've got to look back. I mean, way, way back, long before computers, to the very first spark of this unbelievable idea.
So we're kicking things off with what the source calls the algorithmic dream. This is this ancient, kind of radical idea that thinking itself could be broken down into steps, systematized, and basically turned into a process a machine could follow.
Just think about the timescale here for a second. In the 9th century, you have the Persian scholar Al-Khwarizmi laying the foundation with algebra. Then it takes another 400 years for a scholar like al-Tusi to come along and build on that by formalizing the rules of logic. These guys weren't computer scientists, they were philosophers planting the seeds for machines that could one day reason.
And get this, the connection is so direct that the very word we use all the time today, algorithm, actually comes from Al-Khwarizmi's name. His work introduced this game-changing idea that you could create a precise recipe, a set of instructions to solve a problem. That's the bedrock of all computation.
Okay, now let's fast forward a few centuries. The hardware finally starts to catch up with the dream. In the 20th century, all these theoretical seeds finally begin to sprout, and the idea of a thinking machine leaps from the page into the real world.
The 20th century was just a whirlwind. First, our culture starts dreaming about intelligent machines in movies like Metropolis. Then, pioneers like Norbert Wiener and Alan Turing give those dreams a scientific backbone. Turing's huge question, can machines think, changed everything. And finally, in 1956, the field gets its official name, artificial intelligence.
But you know, that first wave of AI, the one based on writing a bunch of hard-coded rules, it pretty much hit a wall. To get to where we are today, we needed a totally new way of thinking, and that was the deep learning revolution.
The big shift, the really crucial point here, is moving from injecting intelligence to letting it emerge. The old way had programmers trying to write millions of if-then rules. The new way, brought to us by folks like Hinton, Bengio, and LeCun, uses these things called neural networks, which are inspired by the brain. Instead of just following instructions, the machine learns on its own by spotting patterns in insane amounts of data.
This incredible success has pushed the whole conversation way beyond just tech. We're now smack in the middle of philosophy, asking some of the biggest questions about the future of intelligence itself.
And believe me, the experts are not all on the same page. You've got people like Sam Altman and Elon Musk warning about the huge risks and calling for rules. Then there are futurists like Ray Kurzweil who are predicting a singularity, a point where machine intelligence just blows past our own. And then you have others like Rodney Brooks who argue that real intelligence can't just live on a server. It needs a body. It needs to interact with the physical world.
But this brings up a really, really important distinction. Today's AIs are, without a doubt, intelligent. They can solve incredibly complex problems. But consciousness, that inner subjective feeling of what it's like to be something, that's still a uniquely human thing. There is zero evidence that any machine actually feels anything at all. So after this wild 1,200-year ride, where do we go from here? The source suggests that the path forward isn't just about writing better code, it's about having some wisdom.
And that really is the heart of it, isn't it? This whole story, which started with a desire for order and logic with Al-Khwarizmi, has led us to a future that's both amazing and, frankly, a little terrifying. We've learned that building AI isn't just a technical problem to be solved. It's a deep, philosophical, and ethical challenge.
So to navigate all this, the source lays out a pretty clear framework. First, we need smart regulation to get ahead of the risks. Second, we need massive public education so that everyone gets what this tech can and more importantly, can't do. And finally, and this is a big one, we need to focus on designing AI to augment what we do, to make us better, not to just replace us.
And so we're left with this one final, powerful question. This entire 1,200-year journey has been a quest to bring logical order to the world. The great challenge now is to make sure that this quest doesn't accidentally lead us into chaos. It's a question we all have to think about. Thanks for tuning in.